Hey, welcome to the channel. If you're new here, it is fantastic. I would shake your hand, but it's a lens. And if you're not new here, if you're part of the crew, thank you. This video, I have some serious stuff to talk about. Stuff that I feel has absolutely changed my life. And stuff I know that if you think about it more seriously, it will absolutely 100% change yours. And that is changing feelings about fear. Fear is something that controls our lives. We are creatures that are extremely sensitive to stimuli. If something negative happens in our life, especially when we're young, it'll influence everything going forward. It could be being thrown in a pool, it could be getting made fun of in front of a class. Those things stick with us and just fester and fester like an old wound, and they control us moving forward. For myself, I'm gonna tell you a very, very personal story that I've never told publicly before. And it is an event that absolutely 100% changed my life. And for a long time, I thought it was for the absolute worst. It controlled me for a very, very long time. And we're gonna rewind back to grade 3. I was a shy, introverted kid. I had a couple friends that were mischief makers. And as kids do on the playground, we were making fun of some other kids. One of my friends was particularly mischievous, and we were playing around with some kids that were a different ethnicity than we were. He told me to call this kid a particular racial slur. I am in grade 3. I was raised well. My parents and the television did not tell me any words that I could not say besides the normal swear words. So any racial slurs were not anywhere in my mind or vocabulary. I called this poor kid a terrible name. I had no idea what I was doing, and my world exploded from there. So because it was quite a serious thing, racism always is, even if it's racism you didn't even intend to. So I returned to the class and then was brought in front of the class crying by this terrible teacher for 10 minutes, forcing me to apologize over and over. Mind you, I was in French immersion. I was just learning French. I was trying to explain English, and she kept on saying, en français, en français, every time I tried to speak en français. And it wrecked me, man. It tore up any confidence, any shred of confidence I had in front of a group, and just dumpstered it. It messed me up. This clung with me moving forward. And I remember in high school having anxiety attacks when I felt like the teacher might ask somebody to read something at some point during the day. I would have to leave class because I couldn't handle it. I remember trying to speak to even friends, and I'd have to start every sentence twice because I'd start a sentence like this and I'd stutter on the first word, so I'd have to do it twice. Crazy, right? It's crazy what that little thing does to you when you're so young. And so what changed in my life? What changed? I want to say that has two parts. Things did change. Obviously now my job is to speak in front of a camera, which is something I would never in a million years think I would ever do, let alone be a professional at. But on the other hand, I want to say nothing. Sure, I've grown, but I still get scared. I still get scared every time I have to speak in public. I still get scared every time I have to do a podcast. I still get scared when I have to talk to a pretty girl. I still get scared to talk to a camera when other people are around and watching. That all still happens, even sometimes with the same terror that I had when I was younger. But what has changed is my interpretation of the feeling. Because if you think about it, what are the symptoms, what are the feelings of fear? Racing mind, sweating, the shakes, accelerated heartbeat. What does your body do when you're excited? Well, you shake a little bit, your heart races, your mind could maybe race as well, and so they're really not that different. They are different. I know you've felt excitement and you've felt fear before, but what if you could trick yourself into making them feel not that different? The main thing that changed in my life, and I found it through travel. If you remove the fear from being fearful, your hands go back on the steering wheel. When fear takes over and your mind races and your pulse races, you don't have the steering wheel anymore. Fear takes it over. And fear is a terrible driver. Fear does not know what's best for you. Fear is just trying to protect you and has no concept of the bigger picture. Something comes up, you feel fear, it grabs the wheel, it steers you away, even if it's something that's going to drastically improve your life. It is a terrible, driver. If you take the fear out of being fearful, and when you're presented with fear, you say, this feeling, oh man, I love it. It means I'm going towards where I want to be. It means I'm improving myself. It means that I am growing. And you acknowledge the fear and you welcome it in instead of being like, oh, I'm afraid. Oh no, I'm so afraid. Oh my God, I can't, my hands are shaking. Oh my God, I can't, oh my God. Game over, man. You are like a plane shot down. Bang. No control. And that's the default pattern. That's what we do. That's the natural instinct for us. And what you have to do is, when you feel that sensation, go, yes. Whenever I feel scared, for some reason, that little voice, yes, plays in my brain. Because I know it might feel extremely uncomfortable. I might feel like running away, but that feeling, yes, makes me know and makes me confident that I'm doing the right thing. For the longest time, whenever I would get super shaky and nervous to do a presentation about travel, I would always say this quote, and it was, acknowledge the fear, welcome the fear, and then let it go. In its wake, there will only be a better you. And so when I felt fear, I would inhale, I would say this mantra, this saying, to welcome it. Instead of being afraid of it, saying, come to me, I want you here. And then exhaling and releasing some of it. And that attitude, man, that attitude will change your life. So many people let fear take the wheel when it comes to a decision that will drastically improve their life. And you have to have the tools to slap those hands away when they come to grab the wheel and drive it yourself. That little yes, that little inhale, acknowledgement, then exhale is the #1 thing you can do to get wherever you want to be in life. It's so easy, and every time you're presented with fear, you can choose. Bonus points if you go find those things. If you're scared to publicly speak, go publicly speak. If you're scared to talk to a girl, go talk to a girl. What's the worst thing that's gonna happen, huh? You're gonna get embarrassed? Oh no, who's gonna remember in 2 days, 5 days, a week? The celebrities in this world can do terrible things, embarrassing things, and then everyone forgets in a week, 2 weeks, whatever. What are you gonna do that people are gonna care about forever? Probably nothing. Fucking do it. What's the worst that's gonna happen? Laugh it off. We're all on this journey together, and everyone forgets pretty quickly. Anyway, this channel, we do travel, and we do some fun things and some different things, but the idea behind these things is this, and if you're with me this far in the video, I know you're a true subscriber, and I hope that we can embrace this feeling together, and I hope that we can tackle this feeling of fear together, because experiences over possessions, this is the core of it. Finding those fears, finding those things that make you uncomfortable and smashing through, because you're better than that little voice in your head saying you can't do it. That's exactly it. You are better than that fear that steers you away from where you know you should go. Don't fucking listen to that guy. Make your own decisions. He doesn't know what's best, you know what's best. And the quicker you listen to that voice, and the quicker you say that mantra, or you say whatever you need to say to embrace the fear, you're gonna go so far. You're going so far. So, yes, experience over possessions. And thank you for sticking with me in this deeper video. But really, this is the heart of the channel, this attitude. And I hope we can all take this feeling, put it in a chokehold, and show it who's really in control together. I will catch you guys in the next video. Peace.